Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here. And on Saturday, November 7th, millions of Americans across the country, even people across the globe, woke up to celebration as they received news that they've been waiting for years. The original Mass Effect trilogy is being remastered. We learned a bit about Mass Effect Legendary Edition from BioWare during the annual N7 celebration, and I'm here to break it all down just for you. Let's begin. For those of you who need a quick refresher, a very brief history on my favorite trilogy in gaming. Mass Effect 1 made a crash landing in 2007, the year of Assassin's Creed, BioShock, Uncharted, and more. And while it was forced to share the spotlight with an amazing roster of competing games, in 2010, Mass Effect 2 would become an absolute juggernaut, winning various Game of the Year awards and being regarded as one of the best games of all time, and personally, I think so too. In 2012, Mass Effect 3 would be received in a much less friendly way, as many took issue with the game's lackluster ending, that sort of made players feel cheated by a series that had so heavily championed and emphasized player choice. BioWare eventually released a revision months later, but Mass Effect 3 jokes are still pretty common even 8 years later. Fast forward to 2020, where rumors of this collection have been circulating for months. But with every N7 bringing with it the hopes of a remaster for years, most diehard fans had all but given up. In May, Electronic Arts even said that it would release, quote, an additional EA HD title, sometime prior to the end of March 2021, stoking those rumors again. And that's where Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes into play. This 4K remaster of the hit trilogy is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One in 2021. According to The Verge, there will also be enhancements for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. This remaster will include all the single-player DLCs for each game, plus additional content like armor and weapon packs. However, this game isn't a full remake. They aren't rebuilding the game from the ground up, rather enhancing visual assets and perhaps some systems within the game. When speaking on this specifically, BioWare's Casey Hudson had this to say: "Our goal was not to remake or reimagine the original games, but to modernize the experience, so that fans and new players can experience the original work in its best possible form." It's also worth noting that these announcements are devoid of any multiplayer details. It's projected that the game will be similar to EA's other remasters like Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, although I hope extra care is being taken to modernize my favorite game franchise. For those of you looking to pull the Carnifex hand cannon trigger on a pre-order, you can find them at Amazon and Best Buy. But that's not all that was announced on the 7th. Another incredibly important announcement had people pouring onto city streets, and that's that an all-new Mass Effect game is currently in the works. According to BioWare, they're actively working on the, quote, next chapter of the Mass Effect universe, but offered very few details beyond that. Apparently, series veterans are at the helm of this new project. They also dropped a single image as a tease for the new game. Apparently, this vessel is called a Mudskipper, our only detail so far. However, a look at the silhouettes reveals what might be a Solarian. All of this news does provide some comfort as a longtime Mass Effect fan who feared that we might not be seeing Mass Effect for a much longer amount of time. Given the reception of Mass Effect Andromeda, a game that I didn't love at first, but didn't nearly hate as much as most. I even gave it another shot in my Better With Mods video for Kotaku, and found myself actually loving the game, with the addition of some much-needed community-created fixes and mods. Now that we know we'll be seeing Mass Effect again sooner than we thought, and that it's in the hands of some series veterans, now we just have to hold out hope that reception of Anthem hasn't done too much harm to the studios involved and all the talent there. How about you? What concerns do you have? Are you excited to jump back into the shoes of the commander? Is this going to be your first time even? Let me know below. But that'll wrap up this roundup of early details surrounding Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Make sure to get subbed for more coverage of the collection moving forward, as well as other RPGs like Cyberpunk 2077. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.